Hey, my friends, Pastor David here with this week's Midweek Minute. So this past weekend, we talked a little bit about things that overwhelm us. And that word means to bury something or to drown something by something much bigger, overwhelm. And we talked about the fact that overwhelming things can be joyful, right? The experience of love, the ability to celebrate the good things that happen in our lives, a bonus from a boss, or the idea that the medical procedures are actually working. We can be overwhelmed by joy from things like that. And then there are times when being overwhelmed also causes us to be in places of hurt and pain and despair. The negativity of the world that we live in today sometimes overwhelms us. Fear overwhelms us. Grief can overwhelm us. Pain, emotional and physical pain, can overwhelm us. And then we talked a little bit about a story in 2 Chronicles chapter 5 where it was time for the Ark of the Covenant to be taken into the temple that Solomon had just built. And when they take that Ark into the temple and put it in the most holy place, the Holy of Holies, then the priests back out and the glory of God fills that temple so significantly. And instead of just hovering above it, that glory fills it with the presence of God Himself. And it's so significant that the priests are overwhelmed by that presence of God. And it happens in response to the worship of God's people. What brings that overwhelming presence of God to that space is instrumentalists, trumpets and lyres and cymbals and singers all being together in proclaiming that God is good and that His steadfast love endures forever. And in response to that, the presence of God overwhelms the priests and changes the moment. Your worship and my worship can do that for our lives and for our church's life. The more we focus and center ourselves on celebrating who God is, looking not down but looking up instead, and remembering that no matter what overwhelms us, the power and the presence of God can overwhelm everything that overwhelms us. I gave you a little card this week, and it's a restatement of Psalm 136 verse 1. That says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, His love endures forever." And I kind of personalized that a little bit and simply said, "I give thanks to you, Lord, for you are good, and your steadfast love endures forever." And my encouragement to us this week was to just keep that card with us someplace where we're going to see it. Every time we feel like we're being overwhelmed by something, let that be a trigger to look up instead of down, and to celebrate who God is, and watch how God's power and presence, comfort, peace, joy, overwhelms us, no matter what may be overwhelming at a particular moment. I hope that will be helpful to you this week. This coming week, as this Master or Mascot series continues, we're going to spend a little bit of time with Jesus alone praying by Himself, and the significance and the power of prayer as part of our worship. I want you to know that I'm praying for you. I'm praying for where you are right now. I'm praying for our church. I hope that you will join me in those prayers. I hope as well that you can be with us this coming weekend at either our online group at 10:30 on Sunday morning or in person here at our church at 1802 North Main Street Extension, Saturday night at 6 o'clock or Sunday morning at 10:30. I look forward to seeing you. Until then, remember, keep looking up, and I'll see you later.